Welcome back to another videos on this channel. Today, our guys is by going through in-depth of Phoebe's skills and kits gameplay overall, etc. So if you're new around here, please drop a like, subscribe, and let's jump right into it. If I make any mistake, let me know in the comments down below, and hopefully those comments will help everyone out to understand even more about Phoebe's kits and skills gameplay. So the first thing is this is the Phoebe artwork. Pretty much the accolade of the order, praise the sentinel, we all know that. Phoebe's attribute or element is a spectral type, and the weapon she uses is the rectifier. And the ascension material is the cleansing conch, firecracker jewel reed, whispering core, and the skill materials are lentil helix, whispering core, and sentinel's dagger. Now we're just gonna go through the normal attack. Come divine light. She has basic attack, which performs up to 3 consecutive attacks of holy light, dealing spectral damage. Heavy attack, which consumes the STA to target the target, dealing spectral damage. Mid-air attack, which consume STA to ride the staff and dive down from mid-air to target, dealing spectral damage. And then there's a mid-air heavy attack, which consume to ride on the staff for a distance, can be requested after a mid-air dodge or using grapple. And then finally, you have the dodge counter. After a successful dodge, quickly use basic attack to attack the target, dealing spectral damage. When Phoebe is inside the ring of mirror, dodge counter becomes Chameo star dodge counter. Okay, so let me show you the resident skills gameplay. As you can see, to where light shines. Summon a ring of mirror at the target location, making the target hit stagnate for 2 seconds and dealing spectral damage. The stagnation effect can be applied to 12 target max for each ring of mirrors. Using resident skill again shortly after the summoning teleports Phoebe to the ring of mirror location, dealing spectral damage. Unable to teleport if Phoebe is too far from the rings of mirror. So ring of mirror is lasting for 30 seconds. When Phoebe summons a new ring of mirror, then existing ring of mirror disappears. When Phoebe is outside of the ring of mirror, a basic attack or dodge counter that hits the ring of mirror will refract holy lights, which deals spectral damage to targets inside the ring of mirrors and pull the target hits to the center of the ring. The damage dealt is considered basic attack damage, can be triggered once every 0.5 seconds. When Phoebe is inside the ring of mirror, basic attack becomes basic attack Chameo star, which perform up to 3 consecutive attacks dealing spectral damage, considered basic attack. Now here comes the Resonance Liberation. The liberation is called Dawn of Enlightenment. Phoebe concentrates the light in her hands into the mirror of enlightenment and smashes it, dealing spectral damage. While she is in the absolution enhancement status, she will increase the damage multiplied by 255%. If she's in the confession enhancement, then it will apply 8 stacks of spectral frazzle to target's hits. Now here comes the Forte circuit. Forte circuit is called the Radiant Invocation. When Phoebe's prayer is full, consume all prayers to cast one of the following skills. Hold basic attack to cast heavy attack Absolution Litany, dealing spectral damage and applying 1 stack of spectral frazzle to the target's hits. Phoebe enters Absolution status, which allows her to deal more damage. Hold Resonance skill to cast Resonance skill Utter Confession, dealing spectral damage and applying 1 stack of spectral frazzle to the target's hits. Phoebe enters Confession status, which allows her to better exploit spectral frazzle. Absolution and Confession cannot coexist. Entering into one will end the other. When Divine Voice is not exhausted, Phoebe is unable to cast heavy attack Absolution Litany and Resonance skill Utter Confession. When Divine Voice is exhausted, Phoebe will not exit the Absolution or Confession confession status. Heavy attack, star flash. When Phoebe has divine voice, casting a basic attack stage 3 or dodge counter replaces the next heavy attack with heavy attack star flash, which deals spectral damage at the cost of 30 divine voice. Absolution enhancement. Reduce the cost of divine voice by 15. When the target hits have spectral frazzle, the skill gains 256% damage amplification. Confession enhancement. Apply 5 stacks of spectral frazzle to the target's hit. Prayer. Phoebe can hold up to 120 prayer. Phoebe automatically gains 5 prayer every second, and her divine voice, Phoebe can hold up to 60 divine voice. Casting heavy attack, absolution, litany, or resonance skill utter confessions restore 60 divine voice. So I know it's a lot of wording there. Next is the intro skills. So it's quite simple. Golden Grace is the name. Knock back nearby targets and deal spectral damage. And here comes the outro skill. It looks simple to everything that you saw throughout the gameplay of those movements. For her outro skill is called the Attentive Heart. Deals spectral damage equals to 528.41% of Phoebe's attack to nearby targets. Absolution enhancement will increase the damage multiplied by 255%. Confession enhancement will grant silence prayer to the resonator on the field, reducing the spectral damage res of nearby targets by 10% and granting 100% spectral frazzle damage amplification. When the spectral frazzle effects deals damage to targets, it extends spectral frazzle damage dealing cycle by 50%. This effect lasts 30 seconds or until Phoebe switches to absolution status. And here is the final one where they talk about an inherent skill. Presence will gain mid-air heavy attack can be cast one more time. For revelation is when in the absolution status or confession status, spectral damage bonus is increased by 12%. And they pretty much put up a combat guide which says when prayer is full, choose to enter either absolution or confession. Hold normal attack to enter the absolution state, dealing greater damage. Hold resonance skill to enter the confession state, applying spectral frazzle to target's hits. Heavy attack, star flash. When Phoebe is in the absolution or confession state, hold normal attack after performing basic attack 3 to attack the target at the cost of divine force. Divine voice. In absolution state, Phoebe deals greater damage while consuming less divine voice. In the confession state, Phoebe applies spectral frazzle to the target's hits. Resonance skill. Press resonance skill to summon a ring of mirrors to pull in and stagnate targets within. Press resonance skills within limited time to teleport to the ring of mirror. Phoebe has different base attack moveset in and out of the ring of mirror, and her combat roles are main damage dealer, concerted efficiency, and spectral frazzle. And that's pretty much the end of the entire page for Phoebe. So what I found out really interesting is that overall, as you can see, for the Resin Liberation, the Dawn of Enlightenment, we have Absolution Enhancement and Confession Enhancement. So for Absolution, it increased the damage multiplied by 255%, and for the Confession, we have applied 8 stacks of Spectral Frazzle. And then we're moving on to the 40 circuit, right? Nothing really pops up, but then once you see the Heavy Attack Star Flash, we gain another skill for 256% when you're in the Absolution state, and 5 stacks of Spectral Frazzle. If you combine all these keywords and stuff, and then we're moving on to the outro skill, there's another Absolution enhancement which increased the damage multiplied by 255%, and the confession has a whole lot another meaning. So we're getting a 3-part. I'm guessing that we're getting a 3-part increase in damage. In summary, what I think this unit is pretty new. It's pretty confusing to understand at the start, but looking at the gameplay of how they do it, it looks so simple. But in text wise, it's hella a lot of things that you need to consider, because there's no longer a button smashing, spamming, and then you get eventually the damage you want. You want to focus on one set, the absolution status or the confession status, in order to achieve the maximum damage or the negative status on those targets. And then I believe there will be a future unit where it is a sub DPS towards Phoebe, since Phoebe now is a main DPS. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Pretty much I'll be pulling for her in like a few days. Hopefully you guys are gonna check that out. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.